How do you do all of the things that you need to do to be a successful real estate agent and still be an amazing parent and present for your family? Stick with me. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this. My name's Alisia Krastel, and if you're all about running a real estate business by referral, making more money while still having plenty of time for your family and not sacrificing your life, make sure you hit subscribe because we talk about this every week. By the end of this video, you're going to have 10 ways to help you get some of your time back, probably make more money, and still have plenty of time and business. I'm sharing the exact things that have helped me and I've learned over the last 14 years as a real estate agent and having 3 babies during that time. And all of these have helped me really grow my business to a fine-tuned machine that's a 6-figure business. Number 1 is to take a look and see, are you doing too much? The answer is probably yes. Too many things in different directions. Your energy is split in a million different ways and you don't know what is actually getting you the clients and results and what really is the most important thing. So how do you know what activities to actually do to get you business and narrow in on? Which leads us to number 2, which is how to figure out what your 20% is. And if you've never heard that, there's an 80-20 rule. 20% of what you do gets you the majority of your business. 80% of what you do gets you a small percentage of your business. So we have to identify those things that are truly getting you business. What have you seen in the past that gets you business? Is it lunches? Is it cards? Is it calls on the phone to your family and friends? Is it reach outs on Facebook? Whatever that is that's actually bringing you the business, that's going to be your 20%. And it is only a couple things, 3 to 4 things max. And you know what the best way to do it is a simple post-it. It should be very similar things every day, 3 to 4 things. This is your priority every day. If you do nothing else, you kind of get a free pass. This is the stuff that gets your business going forward every day. If you can nail the 20% and figure out what exactly those activities are and put blinders on everything else, your business will soar. And you won't feel so guilty because you're doing the activities that you know push your business forward. Number 3 is truly identifying what you want. So many agents know that they want to get business and they see all these other agents and they just accept a goal or put a goal down based on that. We need to know exactly what you want. What is your net income that you want? What do you want to come home at the end of the day, with the end of the year making? And then do the mathematical equation. How many transactions does that mean? After everything is said and done, how many transactions do you really, truly need? You wouldn't believe the number of agents who actually overestimate this. So know exactly what you need to get. Think about it. When you know exactly what you want, it's a lot easier to get to that point than if you're uncertain and you don't have a lot of clarity around it. Number 4 is when you have a family and kids, chasing leads is very difficult. It's not sustainable. If you have Zillow leads, Realtor.com leads coming at you and you have to respond in 5 minutes, that means you have to stop doing what you're doing with your family and call the lead because you know you probably won't get it if you don't respond really quickly. So instead of chasing, we're going to attract leads and we're going to put out information and content that attracts people to you. The more time that you can knock out from the chasing and put into the attracting and getting to know people, that is how you free up some time so you can get more leads, the leads that are right underneath your nose instead of chasing for them. And I have several videos that you can check out about lead generation and what you can do that fits you to really have those coming at you instead of chasing them. Number 5 is to layer your life. So many times as a younger agent, I was compartmentalizing everything. Everything had to be separate. I had to make time, make 3 hours to lead generate. We know if we have families, especially right now with the pandemic and people are home, 3-hour block of perfect quietness to be able to call and follow up is not really realistic. But having a mom's night out or being in a Facebook group and adding value and cultivating those relationships, you can send cards to people in segments of time. You don't have to have a 3-hour window to do that. Here's what I would love to have you ask yourself is, what are you not doing right now that you would love to do or have loved to do in the past and aren't because of time, money, or guilt? Because I can guarantee if we can narrow that down and highlight that thing that you want to do, it will probably be your biggest, strongest lead source. Truly, if you love running and you're not doing it because of time and you feel guilty that you're not with your family, I have agents who have built referral businesses around the running club, around mom's nights out, around the preschool pickup, around anything that you can literally think of, book clubs, restaurant nights, like anything that you can think of, jazzercise. We can make it around what you love if we just put some intention behind it. This is going to be one of the biggest time savers for you, is the intention behind all the things that you do. Let me know below if there's something that came up in that question, like, oh, I'd love to do this, but I don't see how it could be a lead generation, because I'm telling you, this is a magical thing if you can figure it out. Number 6 is to stop justifying your value by the time spent in a transaction or their access to you. Your accessibility and your time spent hours into the transaction is not where your worth is. Your worth is through your results and the experience that your buyers and sellers are going to have. You could provide that in X amount of time or this amount of time. We've all been working with someone or doing a project with someone where you know that you could get something done faster than someone else. And just because you're doing it faster or easier doesn't make you more valuable. You do not have to be available 24/7. You just have to set up the expectations of when you are available. One way I help really show the value and really make sure that I am measuring what I'm doing is I have a communication plan that's for every month, and I write out exactly what I'm doing, what's happening, and who it's going to, and how much it costs. So we kind of have a budget and that explanation of communication for every single month, so I'm not guessing at what I'm doing, and I always feel like I'm doing enough because it's right there. If I do what my plan is, that's enough because I've proven it. I share all that too. I share every single thing I do for every month that you can gladly have. Number 7 is what's actually important to your kids and your family. We talked about doing the 80-20 rule for us and our business, but that also goes for our families. A lot of times as the parents, we can guess, and spouse or girlfriend, boyfriend, we're guessing what the other person wants, what's important to them. But I can tell you from asking my own kids, when I ask them, it's not always in alignment. Sometimes they don't care if we did X, Y, Z. They just really wanted to make dinner with me. And if you know that, then you can really, it's back to the Post-it. You know what the 20% is for your business. If you know what's important to each of the people in your family, you can make sure that that happens and kind of give yourself a break or a pass on all the things that are in your mind that you're worried about, that you're not present for, that they don't even care. Number 8 is that actual communication plan that I briefly mentioned. You want to write out every single month what you're doing, who it's going to, and how much it costs. It could be on a scratch piece of paper if you want, or you can use a spreadsheet, kind of like I do. I have a form if you want. Let me know. I'll send it to you. It'll include if you're doing client parties, if you're doing any mailers, if you're doing a newsletter, any of those things should be part of that. This will do so many things for your business and also for your mindset. It keeps you consistent. It also allows you to see the pace of your business. So if you see that you're slow every February, let's back that up and see what you did 60 to 90 days before that and be strategic about what we're doing. Maybe a client event needs to be there, or maybe something more powerful and engaging needs to be 60 to 90 days before February. The communication plan, and it's kind of like a schedule of what you do. It keeps you in line with the direction you want to go. It also shows you the opportunities where you can make some of those activities or things include your brand or include your family. Have your things be around items that you actually like or things you actually like to do and your strengths. Number 9 is stop taking advice from people you wouldn't be changing lives with. I did that for a really long time. I took advice from people who weren't doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to be with my family a lot. I wanted to spend a lot of time with them. And I also wanted to have a very deep referral business. And a lot of people were offering me advice as a newer agent saying you should cold call, you should do for sale by owners, you should do expireds. I did all those. I took my child in the wagon, just like they had said, and did door knocking. It's not sustainable as a parent to go door knock for 3 to 4 hours with small children. It's just not. The people that I was taking advice from didn't have children, or they had a spouse at home taking care of the kids, or had a nanny, which is all fine situations, but it wasn't specific to me. So I think you should be looking to people who have the life that you're looking for or live life the way you want and understand what you might need for lead generation and a business plan. Once I realized how powerful a referral business could be, I ran with that and I got coaching around how to do that most effective to me. And then once I really leaned into exactly who I was and worked around my strengths, my business took off and it is completely sustainable. My business is 100% referral and sphere. Also, if you're looking at teams that are doing 50 deals a year, look at that and say, is that really what you want? Because I hear a lot of agents say, well, if I could just do what so-and-so is doing on the team. Remember, they're probably getting 50% of what they make and they have a job. Someone's expecting them to show up when they told them and do the activities they told them. It is not the entrepreneurial journey where you could control your schedule completely. So really compare apples to apples and stop taking advice from people you don't need to. Number 10, and I'm glad you made it here because it is about taking days off. You can't get where you want to go and take care of your family if you are wiped out. If you don't have any days off, no time off, you're running from appointment to appointment, chasing after leads, and you can't breathe, your business will not be great and your family will suffer. So you need to take days off and time off and take care of yourself to be able to grow your business. Your self-care is not the reward for your production. Your production is your reward for self-care. That's from my friend Britta Albert. And really look at that. Pause on that one. Because your self-care and you being able to put into yourself and take time off, that's your fuel for getting to your production levels. It truly, truly is. Whenever I get to the point where I'm exhausted, I see it. I see it actually before it starts happening. And I always think, oh man, why did I do that? Because when you pull off and you take a little time, your business explodes. That's why when you go on vacation, you get a lot of business. Your time off and you're taking care of yourself is the fuel for your business. If you're getting value out of this so far, make sure you give me a thumbs up so I know to make more content like this. And if you're all about lead generating in a way that suits you, make sure you check out this video. And I'll see you next week.